Okay, so before you get mad at me for even daring to suggest that you could possibly forego your $5 cappuccino every day in order to be able to get a kit, that's just one way. One way is to divert some money that you might be letting dribble out daily in some other area of your life, that even just for 1 month of cutting back in that area, you would have the money for that kit. So when you say, I don't have that money, you actually do have that money. It's just that you've been prioritizing it elsewhere, maybe without even thinking about it. And maybe if you took a minute to think like, oh, okay, what are my values? What are my priorities? How do I really want to spend this bulk of money? But the other thing I wanted to bring up that's really important is to notice that yes, it is a big investment right now in the beginning, but in the long term, think of it this way. What if your kid had an ear infection, and what would you normally do, right? You would take time off work, losing some money there. You would spend money in gas to get to the doctor. You might risk contracting something in the doctor's office. You've got your copay, and even if your copay is zero, the doctor might prescribe an antibiotic, which then will take a while to start working, and you may or may not have had to pay for that antibiotic, but we do pay for it in other ways because it is going to affect the gut. And a lot of us have really messed up our digestive system from being on round after round of antibiotic. So those of us who know about these kinds of things, after we have to take an antibiotic, we'll always take a probiotic, right? And that costs money too. So think of, if you had a bottle of tea tree oil in your house, you could put 3 drops of that tea tree oil on a cotton ball, rest it in the child's ear, send them off to bed, and by the next morning, very likely they will not be feeling that discomfort anymore. And if you have to do that maybe even 3 times in the day, you still have spent less than $1. So that's just one little example of ways that when you think about the way the oils cost pennies per usage, you actually do wind up spending way less in the long run. And not only that, but you are prepared at home, ready to have something that can address many, many, many issues. So that one bottle of tea tree oil is going to address a ton of other issues as well. And if you have a kit with 10 oils, now you can address, we have a document called 150 uses for the top 10 oils. So just think about how much more prepared, more empowered, and how much faster acting the oils can be. So think about how much that could be worth to you, and would it be worth making that sacrifice, maybe just for a month, so that you could have your basic kit of oils. Okay, aloha.